dealing with other things. First things first, my name is Ted. My company is Black Series Edition LLC, Crystal Age Technology Screens, and our FLEVT company. I wish to make the motherboards on the Dells easier to adapt to liquid cooling systems, because that would make it so much easier for me. But then again, the boards ain't micro ITX, but don't have freaking M2 slots on them, so yeah, that's not what I need about it. What's the smallest case I can get that can house a micro ITX board? That would be the RAM and the all included. Do a simple build. I want to do a vegetable or a PC, but I don't want to do a big one. I'll do something smaller. So I'm going to experiment with. I'm curious exactly what would happen. I can't do it with a Pentium 4. I want to do it a Pentium 4 processor. That would just be a waste of time. I'll do it that way. There's no point in doing that. So I have to find me a case. I have to find me a case that has a board to fit. Let me see, what's smaller than micro ITX? Let me see. Smaller micro ITX. What's smaller than micro ITX boards? Let's see, ATX, micro ATX, mini ATX. It's an ATX. ATX motherboard. It's a good 2011 server board. It's not small. Alright, what's smaller than mini ITX motherboards? Oh, what board? Oh, I've never heard of you before. Let's see where you coming at. How much for you? Let's see. That's farther. Smallest board is what? Smallest board is... Oh, it's a man for me. It's the smallest board. We have those boards. I have many ideas. So we have a pretty small board. It's smaller than this one. Alright. I'm gonna have to definitely gonna have to find a case smaller for that board. That's case and power supply. What about small power supply for PC? Small 500 watt power supply for PC. Well, you can use the Dells on freaking... I thought the Dells would damage the motherboard. I'm gonna go to eBay and get these parts. You might be more cheaper than eBay. That's the motherboard. One started motherboard, power supply. And it should be connected to that. Middle port for that top. And I can press something in one small little case. Do it. And do compressed vegetable oil PC. Submersible new tank. Submersible. How wide are these things? Container with lid. Small container with lid. Oh, please, folks. Small container with lid. What size is this board? I've got to get a measurement how big this board is. These are the boards. What's that side of the container? Boards are going to be. What's the side of the container? Cabin tends to be around 9 inches. 9 inches for the cabin. Okay, this should be hard to try something down like that side. 9 inch wide. 9 inch wide container with lid. Container shopping. Container shopping. Look at this. Nice wide. Oh, over there. Someone was asking me, the paint we developed that changes its ability to pull contrast. If that paint only works on the material we have over there, nope. Works on anything we paint it to. Got some people coming over to get ready to put orders in. Whoa, we triple on. Put orders in for that technology over there. That's first have to be patented. Turn into a physical screen, which I decided the color screen I'm going to turn into. Might be wallpaper. Might do wallpaper. Wallpaper's easy to do. No tools involved, easy to hang up. We roll it up, put it in a tube, ship it where we want. I think it's going to be a wallpaper screen. That's what we're going to do with it. Some company was asking us surface that was painted on. Does that affect the shifting capabilities? So, painting on cardboard reacts the same way. The best surface to put it on, wallpaper. Like I said, no tools, easy. Connect to your wall, be done. This thing's sold like crazy. Now I found at the post office and shipping now. Up the sizes to 120 to 150. And I have a company that I've been waiting to see how it works out. That can do 150-inch wallpaper for us, even at 235, customized. So that's where we're going to take it at. Hey, what's up? The glue sticks. Glue sticks are everywhere. How do we collect these things? We never have none of them around to share for a job. We do all this. So yeah, it's official. In March, the company's name is going to change. The Black Series ain't going to work. It doesn't describe what we do. It just doesn't. It needs to change. So the new company's name is coming up. LC will be transferred over to the new company's name. The new company's name will have its official trademark sitting on it. All products from here on in will have provisional patents locked on top of them. Looking for lawyers already for a nice old legal team. Get that set up. Now please understand, just because we're changing over to the company's name, doesn't mean you can touch the old one. It still carries the copyright sitting on top of the logo. If you touch it, you get sued. That's all to it. Because we literally got to tell people that they do dumb stuff. That's literally what he did. Because we weren't using the Crystal Ridge Q anymore, put on a back shelf a little bit, we started tampering with it. As we said, this old thing, I can touch it. No, you cannot. That's why it's getting sued. Screws. I like to leave the sound a different way and paint it in different directions because you make sure you get all our areas, get all the strength from the glue up. Again, we paint it multiple times so we get all the corners. Alright, so immersive compressed vegetable oil cooled PC. We got to put them together. On it. You can actually track these things. Like literally, where do you see the phone to? Oh crap! He's using it. I'm like, where the freak is my phone at? Well, that's a short trip to insanity. Okay. Copyright beats No, you can't use copyright beats. Other way around. What's the word for it? Copyright free beats. I'm dealing with what I'm dealing with right now on how we're going to proceed on this stuff. It's not going to go well for this guy. I believe in giving people second chances. So, I think I may give him one. And if he doesn't take it, he's going to regret the day he was born. Because the little preacher thing, I can't let that go. I can't. He's ripping God off. I can't let that go. You gotta confess that. You gotta confess it to everybody. YouTube, don't let everybody. You can't do that. It's wrong. You gotta repent. Can't do that. And it's still from God. But I have to see what the Lord tells me to do first. Go from there. I do believe everybody deserves second chances. Even people do me wrong, I believe in second chances for you. That's why you can't say that I do things out of anger and revenge. If I did, you'd be gone by now. I'm not the type of person. I give everybody a second chance. You don't take it. It's not a problem to them. But he's complicated because he went and he's in God's territory and messed around. I'm a Christian at the end of the day. I can't let that go. But dude, that's letting the devil grow in power. I can't let that happen. He's going to return the money. He's going to have to repent. He knows what to do. Put in God's hand, let him handle it. But then Monday morning, I still have to make a phone call. Okay. Shane, opportunity right there in his face. God, doing a good job on those e-bikes. They're good videos. I'll give it up. People may hate my guts at the end of the day. I don't hate yours. I take the opportunity to go to your site, watch yourself, see what you got over there. I don't care if at the end of the day, a person may not like me, I still give credit where credit is due. So the e-bikes he's doing over there is good because again, if I'm purchasing an e-bike, that'd be kind of interesting to how far they go out, how long it takes for the batteries to charge up. I'd rather have somebody like everyday Joe doing it because at least I know at the end of the day that, somebody learning experience. I'm more closer to that home field than having somebody who's a professional, knows all this stuff. I'm not going to really be able to connect to him. I'd rather connect to somebody like an everyday Joe who's taking a bike out, doing this and doing that. That's the person I'm going to gravitate to before I make that purchase. So he could do well with that. On top of that, it doesn't follow the guidelines of basically saying running the business out of the apartment complex. So technically he's not. He's out in the street doing that demonstration. So it has nothing to do with that. So, he went about the whole entire blessing the wrong way. He did. Could have used that to his advantage point. Apparently he knows something about these bikes because I listened to him talk. He does know something about these bikes. He could have used that and made a better life for himself. He can't continue to do that stuff and rip people off. He can't. So you owe my family an apology because you sent letters to their house involving my mother, and that was really, really rude, extremely rude. You owe them an apology, and you owe everybody else on YouTube an apology for basically being this fake minister at the end of the day because that's uncalled for on so many levels. It's not even funny.
I'm always believe in giving people second chances. If he doesn't take the second chance, it's over for him. And we literally have to do is just make phone calls out. That's all it takes. But I'd rather see somebody, just see him doing something positive with the e-bikes. So at least with that, if he saves his money up, don't take anything from anybody else, and does these little shows on e-bike, he could do really good. Because again, like I said, a lot of people are interested in e-bikes. I see him zipping all over Allentown, you know, and I rather listen to somebody else, like an everyday Joe that uses it, goes out from day to day, here and there, so on, so on, so. I'd rather listen to that person than somebody who's been doing it for years, professional in the field. Because again, I can connect better with a person who, like, I put it this way: the Tesla batteries. I was thinking about the Tesla batteries, and I seen all these professionals that had, and they talked about all this and that. Especially, it was just so boring. And then I found somebody who was an everyday Joe, was a farmer who had one in his garage. And I'm like, oh, when you explain to it, like, so basic. You know, I mean, not that technical nonsense, like really how this thing really operates. And I gravitated to his channel. I've been a subscriber ever since, which is called Golden Sean Farms. Yeah, that's how I found out about it. He hooked up Tesla batteries, and he had one in the garage. I mean, in the farm, and that's how I found out. Everyday Joe. We just talked about the basics, stuff that I need to know. I don't care about the technical nonsense. I'll learn about that later on. What's the basic of this machine? So yeah, you can have a good YouTube channel, and he bases it on the e-bikes. Because e-bikes are, like I said, there's so many of them. And on top of that, yeah, companies, when you clean that channel up and do something positive with it, companies will send them out. You know, bikes to test and all that stuff. You know, but let's see what goes first. Let's see what the Lord decides. And instead of lashing out, getting nasty with videos, that's not going to help your case, buddy. No. We're basically cleaning up any areas that might have come up in the paint job. Still not fighting it yet? You need more battle. With your whole so-called your blanket. Hey Taco. We're not fighting that giant whatever rooster bird or whatever that thing is supposed to be. I don't know what it is. Platypus, turkey, I don't know what it is. It's always funny. Alright, in the corners to make sure, because when the paint hits, it basically welts a little bit, pushes up. Make sure everything's nice and flat. These grooves, I gotta put EL wire in there. I gotta order my EL wires too. Get the units, so I can get started on that. Got the string pulled up. And there's areas that I missed in here. Go back over. Get them again. Different angle. I got a game on there I want to check out, but things to do first. I want to have some fun in my game system. I'm going to put the hard drive back. I'm going to get back to Dying Light. I've got Awful game going to play. And the other one over there. Thinking about putting in a port down there for my PS4. Hey, what's up, Sugar Man? I'm thinking about putting a port. Let me see. That's actually pretty sturdy right there. So, where I'm going to drop this port at. I can put it here. Basically, I'm putting this would be better. I can put it here. I can cut in the port to slide the PlayStation in there and put a hole at the bottom. I can put a fan that pushes through. Intake and outtake fan. So I can put them right there. I got to reinforce that structure so it's a little bit stronger. Even though I don't game as much on my console, I still miss my PS4. That's why I'm going to get a port in there for it. I still play it. I still like my PS4. No matter what anybody says, I like my PS4. Like, I gotta upgrade. Yeah, I'm good. I still can't get over. I had to go back and check that multiple times, and yeah, it's true. I knew something was wrong. I was like, wait a minute. How freak is this? It came with a PlayStation logo. And I was like, wait a minute. Hell driver? I was like, what in the world? That's a bad gamble. That's a very bad gamble. It's a bad gamble. It is. It's a very bad gamble. Exclusive is what makes console. That's what makes console exclusive. That's what makes console exclusives. Take those exclusive games, you put them on a PC or any other platform, it takes away from the system. That's the reason why I kept buying Xbox 360s like crazy. How many times they burn out? I rebuy them again. Why? Because they're exclusive titles on there. My Halo's on there, my Gears of War's on there, games I play faithfully that I can't play anyplace else. That's why I played on there. And I had a gaming PC. I had a gaming PC in the back. I had an Xbox system in the back too. But a majority played on the console more than the PC because the games I liked were on console. Couldn't get Gears of War on PC. It was only available for the Xbox system. But if you take the games and you stick them on other platforms, it takes away from the console system. If I'm all PC, I understand that, right? But in the day, I'm also console. I don't want to see the console system die. I don't. It's like it takes a part away from me at the end of the day because I've been gaming on console for so long. Is that it takes away a part of me. Like, this is a big mistake. Like, don't do this because I understand you want to. It's greed, and that comes from greed. You want to be on more platforms to make more money, and you're hoping. You know what happens when you take gambling and gaming together? It doesn't go well. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That's why you have systems today that don't exist, like the Atari Jaguar, Panasonic CDI, Panasonic 3DO, or CDI. Those particular systems took gambles. Dreamcast, that's why those systems are not here anymore. Sega, they took a gamble, and the gamble did not pay off well. So, not a good idea. Nintendo's games are not on PC. In order for me to play a Nintendo game, I gotta go out and buy a PC. I gotta go buy a Nintendo to play those particular games on their system because I can't get them anyplace else but their system. So I'll go out and buy their system, which I'm gonna buy one anyway. But if the games are already on PC, why in the world would I go out and buy a whole new console system when I can play it on the PC already? That's why I say bad idea. Don't do that, please. That's a bad idea. They sat there and said that it could be possibly a bad idea, but they're willing to take the gamble. Bad idea. Yep. But you got to remember, at the end of the day, you have subscription costs, and PC doesn't have one. And It's not going to go well. But you're going to give out free subscription too. As option of hardware. You don't want to use the graphic card because it's too expensive. You can use other graphic cards and still get quality images. You're not forced to pay for one piece of hardware. You've got multiple pieces of graphic, multiple graphic cards that you can use to enhance your system. That's why I said the only thing that keeps a console system is it's affordable, and the fact that it has exclusives. That's it. And that's what made the console what it is. That's why people love them. But, you know, I think things have changed. It used to be trying to have that arcade experience. Now it's got down to having that PC experience at home. Bad idea. Don't do it. It's the downfall of your system. Get some more paint. Decisions, bad decisions. Wreck a console quick. Yeah, when Sega made those bad decisions, Dreamcast went under, that was painful. I was a huge Dreamcast fan, and that system had so much promise. It did, it had so much promise. I never would have thought that would have happened to that system, but it did. It went under. And I was into that, when they made that announcement, they weren't making games anymore. I heard a lot of people at the end of the day, I was like, wow, this just can't believe that's going. That's going for good. Neo Geo did it too. Neo Geo came out and said, hey look, we're bowing out and we're going to start doing third-party games, releasing our games to other companies. Sony's doing the exact same thing. Xbox is doing it too. Xbox already been doing it. The Xbox shows up on PC today. I was like, oh, it's not good. Stop doing this stuff. Decisions, you're going to be watching videos years down the line talking about the rise and fall of Sony because they made a bad decision. Once you put those exclusives out on those systems, that's it. So y'all want y'all systems to stay intact, y'all better start some kind of petition, something, because this is not a good sign. I mean, let me get me wrong. I mean, there's plenty of games on PC and we technically don't need console games. We don't need them. We've got plenty of stuff wanted to play. This is a bad decision. Very bad decision. I see people in there having conversations PC, and at the end of the day, like, hey, you can't get on PC. It's only exclusive for console. Well, it won't be anymore. Excuse me. And mind you, PC's got a Steam Deck. They got a Steam Deck system. They got a portable unit on it. What's the point of going out and paying the money for games on the portable system for PlayStation if you can basically get them on a Steam Deck? What's the point of going out and buying exclusives, PlayStation or Xbox, And you can play it on PC. It's free. Free online service. You don't pay anything. Your service is free. I don't know why they're not seeing that. I have no idea why they're not seeing that. Like, how are they not seeing that? We can't be that blind. The service is free over there. You're going to put an exclusive game on a system that has no online subscription. From the door, right there from the door. I'm not paying for any more subscription anymore. I can get them games over here, and there's no online subscription I have to pay. It's absolutely free. Why would I even bother? Hard drive capabilities. You're not stuck with just the M2. You can go out and swap out to different components and pieces and modify and upgrade your system. That's what I said. Bad idea. Bad idea. A big mistake. I'm gonna sit back and say, well, told you so. Told you that was coming. That was a bad idea. Nobody in the board meeting come to the board meeting come with that idea? Who came with that idea? That was stupid. And the guy sat there and said that, they know what they're doing at the end of the day. What they did, guess what? A lot of these console systems that went out of business would be here right now. And they knew what they were doing. That's crazy. I never thought the day I would see what happened. I never thought the day I would see Sonic show up on whatchamacallit, on Nintendo, or any other system. You have to understand, PC gets DLCs that don't show up on console. There are more versions of Warhammer than there ever be on a console system. Developers will start developing more advanced and better games to the PC because the PC has multiple options in hardware. This will give a strong, huge vantage point over console in their exclusives that will show up on a PC platform. Bad idea. The guy said, the guy was in the video one. He's doing the video. He was talking about this. He said, "We may be very well seeing the ending of console altogether, and they may go into basically third party, which means they're developing games for other companies, other platforms, and doing away with the hardware." So before you get mad at me, go and do the research yourself. See why they're doing that. You need to contact them. And you start a petition or something. I knew this digital download was doing something bad. You didn't see that one coming, I'll tell you that much. I think the digital download is being done because this is a cheaper way. No more the cheaper way, you have to press it to a disc. It's much cheaper. But with the digital download, they can transfer the games to any platform they want. Because it's no conversion. You don't have to have a special disc or outdoor system to read anything. You just download right down to the system. You can drop the entire library onto a PC with no problem. people thinking that's too far-fetched. Mind you, PC can play your controllers. All your hardware is compatible with PC. Your hardware is not compatible, your system's not compatible with PC hardware. So, you don't see that one coming. I don't know if it's where it's between the systems costing too much money. And I can see why they're going in that direction, because they can't build these console systems to match the games because they cost too much money. Consoles not used to being on systems $700, $800, $900 systems. So if the games are going to keep advancing, they're going to require more memory, more RAM, and everything else under the sun. Gotta have the hardware to meet it. Hey Chief, how you doing? You okay? Gotta have the hardware to meet it. If they raise the price of the hardware, systems cost too much money. So, best way thing to do is basically get rid of the system and just basically become third party and just basically drop games. And they're hoping at the end of the day they put games more on PC. The PC gamers would gravitate toward a console system. It's not going to happen. Why would I go over to a system that I can play it over here, number one? And your games eventually, I mean, you got your screw subs anyway. They start with the first exclusive, they're going to keep on going with the screw and cut them off. And we've been doing fine without the screw subs. We've got that many games, so we really don't really need these screw subs to tell you the truth, honestly. Yeah. So many ways for that one to go wrong. And the game's been up digital download, which means there's no such thing as your disc is not compatible with a laser. Like you got CD, have a DVI and little DVDs and Blu-rays. Everybody's compatible once it's digital. Everybody becomes compatible. So the problem you have is if they're taking the third-party exclusives and they're putting it into the system, there's no reason why to stay on a console system for. Yeah, I don't see a point. PlayStation is porting exclusive games to PC. Yeah, look it up. Do your research. I say do your research and look at it. None of those games should be over there. Honestly, I mean, I'm PC and I love PC. I do. But honestly, if you're going to keep that console system alive, none of them games should be over there. I never thought the day would come I would actually see that. Ratchet and Crank is available on PC now. I forgot this item in the sale. Wait, the Space Invaders. They got the horizontal projector, portrait projector over here. Excuse me. Well, I saw the PlayStation when it first came out. I had one when they first came out. I remember when they first came out. And sad thing about it is, that is Ratchet and Crank. That's one of y'all exclusives. That's now on PC. Yes, what's the requirement for this thing? It should be something low. I told you they overhyped your system. How many of y'all believe that y'all need all those powerful parts and they charge you to the roof? Like literally. Your system has the equivalence of, like I said, what you have, your the equivalence of anywhere in the range of a 4070. You know what the requirement is just recommended for PC? A 2060. It's a 2060 series. So again, by putting in that massive card you put in your system, they spikes the price of the system. Where if I wanted to basically, a 2060 can run a lot of games on a 2060, easily can run a lot of games. Most of the games in your system run off a 2060. It doesn't require a lot. 16 gigabytes of RAM, it'll run off an i5. So you can get a i7 3770, it'll run that perfectly with no problem. Because it requires, the processor is an i5. Easy. You get an i5 processor for $20 on eBay. Used. That's all it costs you. $20 used. So, all that stuff they put in your system, saying that you need to have all this and all that all together, you didn't need it. When you port your games over to PC, we're not going to need a 4020 to run freaking Ratchet and Crank. We could run that off basically a 20 series. No problem. Yeah. You know what's funny about it? We can use it on an Xbox controller or a PlayStation controller. So we can use it on your Xbox controller, we can use both your controllers if you want. So if I'm more comfortable with an Xbox controller, I can use it on an Xbox. You can't do it on your system. You can plug an Xbox controller into your console because it won't work. Just like if you're on Xbox, you can't put a PlayStation controller, it won't work. But on PC, we can run your hardware with no problem. So if I want to run Ratchet and Crank, a PlayStation exclusive on an Xbox controller, we can do that. That's what I keep telling you. Wake up and smell the cartridge. Because again, they port them games over to PC. PC can play with your controllers, they can play with your VR glasses, everything. What other games we got? They said these are games that were ported over to the system. Look at what games were ported over. Games were where we sit. So Ratchet and Crank. Oh, I seen Horizon Zero Dawn. That's on there. I got that on there. Wait. The Last of Us? We ported The Last of Us? What do you see? Whoa. That is definitely one of your exclusives. The Last of Us. Oh, man. Let me see. Where is that at? I've never played The Last of Us. I know it's an epic game. I know that for a fact. It's an epic game. Put that in there? I don't know. Not seeing it right now. The Last of the Survivors. No, I've seen over there. I don't know about that one. I've seen that one. It might not have ported over yet. Oh, via Steam Epic Games. Okay. Marvel's Remastered, God of War. I know I've seen God of War over there. God of War is definitely over there. That I know that's an exclusive. That's definitely a hardcore exclusive. Because you can't play God of War, and guess what? It's going to hurt you a lot. They're porting God of War over to Xbox. Xbox is about to get God of War. It used to be at one point that GTA was only on Sony. If you remember that far back, those of you, GTA was only available on PlayStation only. And then all of a sudden Xbox got it. This is years way back. We got this bundle box system that came with both the Bright City and GTA 3. I know because I still have mine. And that was amazing just seeing that port come over like that, saying, wow, we finally got it. We wasn't a big fan of the PlayStation controllers at that particular time. This is God of War right here. Oh yeah, we got it right there. Oh, it's not good. This is not good. Yeah, this ain't good. And I've been gaming for a long time. I can tell you from the door, this is not a good sign. This is like third-party support nonsense at the end of the day. I never thought I would ever see God of War on freaking PC. What are we required to run this? Nothing. Nothing to run this. Gee whiz Louise. Yeah. Maximum settings. On maximum settings, it requires a GTA 1060. My card is a 1050. That's how old that card is. I told you. See, that's the thing about it. When they stick you on, remind you, if it requires a 1060 to run, a 2060 would have ran this easily. I told you, your major games that you have, I told, oh, we have this powerful system. And it's on a system equivalent to a 470. You're paying way too much for parts. You're paying $700 for a unit. You don't need those parts in there. There's no way in the world you need all that in there. Half the games you have on your system will run on PC. I guarantee you there's nothing that involves a 4070 at all. But you don't have the option to change it out. So say if you got multiple systems, you can pick out what graphic card you put in there. And the graphic card you choose basically drops the price of your system. So say you don't want to put in a 47 in there. So I want to put down like a 2030 or 2050, which would be more than enough to run this with no problem whatsoever. Then your system would drop in price and it'd be a little bit cheaper. Instead you're paying all this money for something, that hardware you literally don't need. Oh, look, it doesn't even run off an i5. It runs off an i5 processor. This is crazy. Look at the i5 processor. So again, an old i7 3770. This is an old CPU. Could run that with no problem. How old is the i7 3730? Because I had that thing way back when I was in the when I was in the room. When I was running the room, I had one brand new when I built my PC when it first came out. So that chip came out. That microchip came out in April of 2012. That's how old they are. They're super old. And you can literally, from that particular processor, you can still run games today off of it. So when I get people coming to my room and go, oh, you're going to get a 3770, that's an old CPU. You can't run nothing on that. You don't know jack. You don't crack books at the end of the day. Your game systems can run off a 3770 easy. Because as you can see, God of War doesn't require it. God of War requires an i5 processor. So that's a $20 chip right there. That's a $20 chip that you can pick up. It said 278. No, you go to freaking eBay, you can get that for around 20 bucks, 20 to 30 bucks. If used. You want it brand new, you can go over to Amazon and pay maybe $60, $70 for it and get it new. And I'm talking about a K, unlocked. So again, no. That's what I said. They overpriced. Your parts are too pricey. Now, why would you stick on console? Free, number one. The games are going to be ported over there anyway. And on top of that, you don't reckon you're stuck paying $700 for a system. You could do that at 500 bucks, probably a little lower than that. And they make it sound like your games require these heavy, high-powered parts. They actually do not require this. What else do we have on the list? We've God of War. Complete Edition. Oh, you got the whole thing on there? Oh, Forbidden Forest. Let's see if this one pops up. How come these games aren't requiring these crazy specs at the end of the day? Nope, there's right there. It's right there. Complete Edition. The logo just popped right on up. Boop. Let's see what's required for hardware for this. And we can run it on both Xbox and PlayStation controller and basically Steam controllers. Let's see what our specifications require. i5. Literally, a 3770 could run all this with no problem. An i5 is all it requires. I don't care if it's an i5 86, whatever. It can run off of, if you had a 3770, sorry, a 3770 in your an i7, which is a thing that a chip that dates back to 2012. How old that is? That can easily run. That's why I told you at the end of the day, these systems over here, these little builds over here, with 16 gigabytes of RAM, 2 terabytes of hard drive space, and with the with a 3050 graphic card, and just basically a 3730 i7, I could run all your stuff with no problem. Now the most we have on the high specs is the RTX 3060. So 3060, 3050. So 3060, even at 3050, you can still get away with that. You can literally get away with that. It ain't by much. You can get away with it. And a 3060 is still not an expensive card. That's just a little cheap card. That card is like probably about 100, probably about 2 something, maybe at the most, not that much. But it only requires an i5 processor. And that's at maximum settings. And that's Complete Edition, right there. On PC, Complete Edition. That's one of your games up there. $75 winter sale. I'm about to jump on this sale. Oh. Let's go over there and get some. Yeah, let's go over here. Let's go. We have what else we got over here? We did Ratchet, Horizontal. We got both Horizontal Dawn and we got Horizontal Forbidden West Complete Edition. Spider-Man Remastered. I've seen Spider-Man on there, so I know I saw that in the collection. What else? Anything else we got on here? Yeah, they're like The Last of Us. Why? It's a major port. Yeah, they ticked over that. They're seriously ticked over that. Fanboys are upset. But look, man, you can't be. I mean, I understand. I play PC, I play console at the end of the day. But the PC was going to win at the end of the day. And I'll tell you why. It makes your games. It does. People don't make games on consoles. They make them on PCs. PCs have so many options to them. It's not even funny. And the developers can go as far as they want to go. I gotta look more into this whole conversion, man. This is crazy. People are gonna be flipping out over this. Like, what the break? I can't believe God of War's on there. That's bad. It's not good. It's extremely, extremely bad. Well, long live the PS. Well, it's not gonna last long. So, and Xbox is already over here. Xbox has been over here. It's Windows. Xbox is Windows. They're Microsoft. Of course they've been over. They've been over here forever. It's just that Halo hasn't been. You know what I mean? Halo. This is how many versions of Halo sit on top of a PC right now. And it's not good. We got Halo Infinity, we got Halo Wars, we got Halo Campaign, we got Spartan Strike, we got Halo Spartan Strike Assault. Yeah, and it keeps going on and on and on and on. Yeah, there you go. So why would I come to console and play freaking Halo on an Xbox system when I got so many versions of Halo? It's not even funny. There's even a Halo MMC mod upload right there. You can mod game. Halo Assault. Halo, 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 Halo. Halo. Next thing you know, you're going to take your exclusives. Oh, watch, mark my words. You're going to take your exclusives, and you're going to have it for PC, and you're going to see it come out like, oh, no, this is not for you. It's for exclusive for PC only. Because the developers can design games, like again, on a level, because the PC's hardware capability that the console can't keep up with. That's why. You get mad about it. You get mad with get mad with them at the end of the day, because they're the ones who did this to you. I can't believe they bought Last of Us. That's a serious exclusive. God of War, Ratchet and Clank. Ain't giving up all your secrets. As I showed you. You know, they told you need all these heavy graphics to play games and all this stuff. And y'all overpriced paid for these systems, and yeah. This kind of changes things for me now. You know, I'm going to buy me a console system, well, what's the point? The games are going to be over here. There's no point. It's me wasting money at the end of the day. Why would I even bother making an anniversary edition? I can play your stuff over here. There's no point. How can you convince me at the end of the day to go, hey, Ken, build one of those PlayStation limited editions, put the money into it. You know what I mean? That way you can play all these PlayStation exclusive games that are going to be on your PC anyway, and you don't require heavy parts to play it. You can do it at $500. Nope. Oh, that's messed up. That's really messed up. I never. But usually that happens when a system's about to go under. They do that kind of stuff. That's when a system's about to go. They're about to go under. They do that. Let me see. That's just a really bad idea. PlayStation's exclusive of The Last of Us on PC. PlayStation fanboys upset about PC getting PlayStation games. Yeah, they're ticked. Stop making PC ports. PS5. They're mad. And nothing you can do is money. It never was about your loyalty from day one. It's all about money. I told y'all that from the door. I warned you that it has nothing to do with your loyalty. Nothing else. They couldn't care less. It's about the money. That's what it's about. This was a kill that basically when people think of games and the console system ain't there anymore. You don't have a console system to take. Let me see.
Why is everyone spiraling about user-making networks? Chill. Just use Pi. This is Pi. When everything's getting a little too boring on Twitter, I can always count on Icon Era to spice things up. I truly don't know where this site came from or how it came to be the biggest collection of die-hard PlayStation fanboys on the internet, but that's the stupid timeline we're in, so I guess we'll just have to embrace it. So the other day, someone on Icon Era decided to ask the site a special question. Quote, would you, PS5 owners, like for Sony to stop the PC ports? Now, anyone with a non-corporate obsessed brain would probably answer either no or I don't care. But is Icon Era a collection of non-corporate obsessed people? No! This thread was sent to me by like 6 different viewers, so I couldn't resist. The replies are amazing. You really would think Gabe Newell dated these people's moms with how much they hate PC gaming for absolutely no reason. So let's just take a trip through the replies to this post. Maybe someone somewhere has a decent reason for them to want Sony to stop making PC ports. That was sarcastic. There are no good points here. Six Eye says, yes, of course. I never supported PC ports. It's a stupid idea. When you have your own hardware, Sony needs to continue to value their own platform and continue to bring in players into PlayStation, not to PC or other platforms. Yes, but what if people aren't going to do that? What if Sony has lost confidence, and rightfully so, that every gamer in the universe is going to own a PlayStation at some point?
No.
That's just not going to happen.
No.
And with the growth of the industry, with the growth of other platforms, it makes total sense for Sony to want to make money off of those other platforms, while acknowledging the fact that not everyone in the universe is going to buy a PlayStation. There is so much money to be made by just making your games available to other platforms, while still supporting your own. I don't understand how this is controversial. That one guy 85 says, yes, PC gamers ruin everything. I love this idea that Sony makes really awesome single-player games, like they're the best single-player games in the world, but also PC gamers ruin them somehow. Like how are we ruining your single-player experience? How is that even possible for us to do? If you don't want to see what PC gamers are doing on single-player games, don't look. This isn't like a multiplayer game where the PC version is just full of hackers and they're running rampant on the console version and ruining the experience. We're talking about PlayStation games, okay? How is it possible for us to ruin those? Odin Gaming Pro says, yes, PC gamers don't even buy games. Little reminder of how much flippin' money Steam is making off the PC. Little reminder that Capcom is now selling the majority of their copies on the PC. Key word in that sentence being selling, as in we are buying them.
I buy a ton of games. Buying games when I get done this video.
Yes, not because I don't want my games on other platforms, but because in this way they concentrate more work and time on the games instead of wasting on porting. Right, because PS5 exclusives are just coming out in such a timely manner right now. And multi-platform games, man, those just never get made in a reasonable amount of time. Never have, never will. Stop making games multi-platform, guys. Exclusives just take way less time to develop. Wait a minute, that's literally never been true. Firebreather451 says PC gamers don't deserve these games. They don't buy them, they don't play them, and they complain about signing up for a free PSN account. So yeah, business-wise, it only makes sense to stop porting. Oh, PC gamers don't buy PlayStation games. Which is funny because Sony themselves were really happy about the sales numbers not too long ago. Also, if people didn't play PlayStation games, why would they be complaining about a mandatory PSN account that's keeping them from playing the game? Have you thought this through? Either people don't play PlayStation games, or they do, and that's why they were upset about the PSN requirement, because now it was standing in the way
Well,
of them
PC.
and their games. And in a lot of cases, literally, like preventing you from even accessing the game anymore that you already bought. Like, you can't have it both ways. Either PC gamers don't actually play games, or they do play games and they were complaining about the PSN account. You have to pick one of those. You literally cannot make both these statements at the same time. I'm Slayer says, sure, I love to cut Sony profits as long as my exclusives that I don't actually support stay exclusive. Wait a minute. At Aries PS5 says, yes, exclusives are the most important thing for a console to survive, but I know they won't. Right, exclusives are the most important thing for a console. A console can live or die off of exclusives. That's why the Wii U had such amazing sales, because it had a really good lineup of exclusives.
Yeah.
Wait, that didn't happen. No, it's fine though, because the Sega Saturn and the Sega Dreamcast, man, like the exclusives on those systems are classics. Those consoles must have sold tremendously. Wait a minute, that didn't happen. In order for a console to survive, it has to be a good console. Frankly, that's part of the reason why the current consoles are starting to crash and burn so drastically. They're simply not good pieces of hardware, and that's impossible to ignore. If the console is shit, people will go to an alternative. A lot of people are starting to not care anymore about missing out on one or two games, because they get to save hundreds of dollars on a platform they wouldn't otherwise want. And the sooner the industry accepts this universally, the sooner we can get to a truly pro-consumer gaming hardware marketplace. But then, there wouldn't be any exclusives. There wouldn't be anything for you to hold up and parade around the town square and then not actually play. You might actually have to play a video game for once. God forbid. Sean says, I have zero issue with PC ports. I'm getting them day and date for my Pro, so I couldn't give a toss. Wait, so if they weren't timed exclusives, then you would have a problem with it? Like, if they were day and date on PC, you would care? Because you don't care because you get them day one, implying that you would care if you weren't getting them day one. So you're fine with the whole thing because you get the worse, more expensive version before the PC version comes out, all while knowing the PC version is going to come out. You're just openly okay with it that way. You're totally cool with having a timed exclusive box. That's enough of an appeal for the PlayStation as a platform to you. It has some timed exclusives. That's all it takes. Holy shit, PlayStation guys really are that easy to impress nowadays.
Finish your gift list today. Up to 50%
Well,
off
yeah.
select hoodies, sweatshirts, and more. 20% off
Fact
select
number
running
two.
shoes. Up to
Spider-Man 2 confirmed for PC. Already losing it. You're like, what? They're gonna go third. They're going third
Alright,
party.
so here's something I wasn't expecting.
Dead
Out of the blue
Space.
the other day, the powers that be went ahead and confirmed the PC port of Spider-Man 2 with a release date of January 30th. And the existence of a PC port of Spider-Man 2 is not surprising. It leaked a while back, and also Sony wouldn't have ordered PC ports of the other Spider-Man games if they weren't planning on putting this Spider-Man game on PC as well. But it was surprising because I thought for sure some other PC announcements would come first, like Gran Turismo or Demon's Souls, or at least Last of Us 2 Remastered, which is a game that really only seems to exist as justification for future ports, but I digress. Spider-Man 2 is officially coming to PC on January 30th. The Steam page is live. Yes, you will need a PSN account to play this offline single-player game, so there's a big portion of the potential buying base completely X'd out. And this news also came along with confirmation that there will not be any story DLC for this game, so that's a big fat lull to all those plot threads you were hoping were going to get tied up. Little side note, I do find it fascinating just how much of a mess this game's handling seems to have been behind the scenes. Like, not only did it have an unreasonably high budget and a ton of cut content that was leaked, but it also seems like Sony didn't even turn much of a profit, if any profit, from this game once Disney and Marvel took their cut of the sales. Which is mind-boggling considering how many copies were sold. So I'm honestly very interested to see how Sony adjusts their budgets
Haven't
going
played it yet.
forward, assuming they learn any lessons from this at all. But anyways, I digress again. Another day, another PlayStation PC port, another batch of PlayStation diehards who took it way too personally that Sony wants to make money off their own games. So welcome to another episode of me making fun of all the PlayStation fanboys who absolutely melted down on Twitter the other day after this announcement. And oh my lord, I am so excited for the salt that's going to flow once Last of Us 2 is confirmed for PC, because that really seems to be the only thing that you can hold on to at this point if you're a PlayStation diehard, even though absolutely nobody wants that game over here. But anyways, let's just get into the Spider-Man 2 salt together. J-Dub says prepare for Spider-Man 2 PC Stutter Edition. Stutter, because the PlayStation version of Spider-Man 2 was running so well. That's why if you wanted the game to look good, it was capped at 30 frames. That's also why if you wanted the game to run at 60 frames per second, it looked like this.
Wait, y'all capped at 30 frames per second? What the freak? On that system? That's messed up. At 30 frames. Yeah, that's not. See, that's the part. Those are super fans. We have more advanced hardware. 30 frames per second. I got games that run over 30 frames per second. Heck, I did freaking Wolfenstein in 120 frames per second. Because my system was overclocked.
Like, we just kind of stopped talking about this. It was fascinating how this just got swept under the rug. The game looks like a PS2 game if you run it at 60 FPS during certain sequences. But anyways, I also love how we just swept under the rug how fucking buggy this game was at launch. But no, tell me more about how the PC version is going to be the Stutter Edition. Ooh, it's the stuttery edition, not the PlayStation version. The PlayStation version runs like a dream, right? With a 30 FPS cap if you want it to not look like a PS2 game when things get too hectic, because God forbid console games give you graphic settings. No, the PC version is going to stutter. Because when a PC game stutters from like 125 FPS to 115 FPS, that's somehow equatable to when a console game stutters from 30 to 25. Less frames makes stutters a much bigger problem, but I don't think you have the big enough brain to really comprehend that, so I will just move on. YMNISV1 says, when Spider-Man 2, a game that sold 11 million copies on one console, sells 80K on PC, maybe they'll have enough performance data to shutter that PC publishing LLC. I want to shut this down right now, okay? Not the publishing LLC, lol. I want to shut down the idea that PlayStation games don't sell well on PC because of their concurrent player counts. A lot of people like to use concurrent Steam player counts as some kind of indication that PC gamers are not buying PlayStation games or not playing PlayStation games. I want to shut you people the fuck up right now because you don't know how to read things. According to...
Way too much cursing. But good. He has an amazing point there. He does. He just curses way too much. But that Dead Space, I don't know how they keep playing that crap. I couldn't get past that game. Yeah. That whole thing about how in the world it's going to stutter on a PC. I built the PC for Wolfenstein. I was doing 120 frames per second on that game in ultra settings. The i9 system I'm setting up, I can do 120 frames easy on that. I'm actually thinking about maybe I might skip that build and get a motherboard with I never had one, I want one now. A motherboard with a terabyte of RAM. Because man, that thing looks insane. If I can't get the dual, I got to do a dual motherboard setup. I have to do one. I have to do it. I can do a dual i7. I just have to get the highest one because the dual i9s are impossible. I can't find one. For the dual i7, with the max CPU they have, and a motherboard that fits in a terabyte of RAM, that would be amazing. With a 5090 on it. And this is what I'm talking about. See how I can picture about what I want to do when I'm going to build? Can't do it with a console. You're stuck with the parts. Whatever parts they give you, you're stuck with them. A terabyte of RAM on a motherboard. Gee, was the other board took 6 terabytes of RAM. Oh man, what are you launching missiles over there, man? You're launching missiles. Motherboards that support 1 terabyte of RAM. There they are. They have dual processors in them. What one of these? I could buffer hundreds and dozens of videos. I gotta build one of these. This would be the ultimate PC. 1 terabyte of RAM. Oh wait, this one has what? No, I don't shop from them. Dual i7 CPU with a terabyte of RAM. I'm gonna shop and try to hunt this thing down. I had them. I think I bookmarked them. I found 3 of them that had that capability. Yeah, that'd be fantastic. I'll do it. I'll do an i7, but they have to be high-end i7s. They have to be a really high i7, and I'd have to get Definitely, I need that board with a terabyte of RAM. That's insane. I gotta have one. I gotta have one. I'm curious what I can do with it. 2700. 2700. How much is the 5090 RTX?
According to Yahoo, the PC that comes with the RTX 5090 was priced at €5,999, or around $6,240. These listings were taken down shortly after they appeared, but video cards snapped some screenshots before it was too late.
They're going to change that. No one's going to touch that. That's just way too expensive for a graphic card. He's like, how much? That's a car. That's literally a vehicle. That's a motorcycle. You need a motorcycle for $3,000. That's 2 bikes. What is it under 2? Where are we getting one for under 2,000? Come on, let's be real here. They're saying it's $6,000. It costs over $6,000 for this card. That is freaking insane. That cannot be that expensive. That's the most expensive card I've ever seen in my life. Oh no, Tesla's very expensive. Tesla cars are actually very expensive when they came out. Well, I wish it was $1,900. If it was $1,900, that'd be a dream. That'd be a dream of $1,900. Whew, man. I'll get next to that, man. That's too much for me. That's way too much. I would never spend that much money on a graphic card. That's gotta be a joke. There's no way to go that car $6,000. Repair your wallet. The RTX costs over $6,000. That cannot be right. $6,000 for a graphic card? Now see, everybody's saying something different. Over here, they're saying the RTX 5090 is roughly $1,900. All right, $1,900. Cost gamers roughly $1,900. Rumor suggests that the 1,900. I'd do $1,900, but freaking $6,000? That is freaking nuts. Who in their right mind's gonna pay that kind of money? That's insane. Somebody's gonna pay for it, but still, that's a $6,000 card. Oh, I forgot to say over $6,000. Man, that better have a holodeck attached to it. Literally better have a holodeck attached to it. Time travel, something on it. Better have some kind of space travel on it, something. That is ridiculous right there. And see, when we complain about parts being expensive, we literally complain about parts. Our parts are freaking crazy expensive. That's insane. Who in the right mind is going to pay that kind of money out for a card that expensive? Someone's going to pay for it, but still, no. I'm not paying $6,000 for a card. Especially when I know at the end of the day, that card's going to be obsolete one day. It's going to be super cheap. Which is funny because you'll be able to use that card. That card probably about 10 years from now will probably still be expensive. It'd be a lot cheaper than what it is, but still. And then you could probably use it still 10 years later, you can still use it. Let me finish this up. I'm not getting out of here. So finish up the rest of this board. That is insane. That much money. $6,000. That better not be true. Literally. Because I don't want to get one of those cards. I want to get one. That's $6,000? Oh, heck no. I'm not paying that much money. That's insane. Who was it? It's the plumber. Came to fix the sink. Who was it? It's the plumber. I came to fix the sink. Yeah, late night in the office, getting it done. You think I'm the only one here? There's like 8 people here in the building. Right now, working. I'm working in the building. And as you can see in the hallway, I'm walking out and getting something. Are you still up working? Oh, there you go. What do you do? I do this and that. And what do you do? I do that and this. Yeah, there's so many parts to this thing. That's why I had to go into detail with it. Because the way this thing was cut up and designed, there's a lot of painting that had to go into it. And make sure we covered everything over. This was a lot of work. And it had a lot of detail parts to it. Yeah, after this going on, no, this is not good. And for me to invest money into a console system would be a waste of money right now. It really would be. Because this is I gotta see where this is going. Gotta see where this is going. Because that's not good. On so many levels, that's not good. So many levels, that's not good. You really don't understand the concept of how bad. If you do understand, you know what I'm talking about. Those of you who don't, well, you'll figure it out. You'll definitely figure it out. Yeah, but for the fanboys that were getting mad with me and getting bitter with me and upset with me, I didn't do this to you. Your own console system did this to you. The system that you support at the end of the day did this to you. Your stuff will be on PC. I'll mod your games out. Because again, you can't mod them because you'll get in trouble if you mod them. We don't get in trouble for modding games. Pay your games for free without subscription costs. Yeah, it's crazy. Now, again, if you're like one of those people who just pay the game system, you don't care at the end of the day, hey, hats off to you. Enjoy your gaming system. But for your hardcore fanboys, especially the one guy was calling me up, telling me all this strategy, oh, you don't know, you don't understand, it's the most powerful system in the world. Well, apparently it's not, because now they're porting your games over to our system. So Sony's looking to advance their capital and make more money. And as I told you before, it comes down to capital. It comes down to money at the end of the day. They couldn't care less about whether you're a great fanboy or not. They don't care. It's money. It comes down to all money. So all you guys, people are contacting me talking about, oh, well, you got to get off the PS4, get yourself a PS5, and so on. What for? I build PCs at the end of the day. I build systems that are more powerful than your console systems. So again, be truthful here. Since your games are coming over here, why would I even go spend the money for a console system when I could do 120 frames per second on your game that you can only cap at 60 or maybe 30? 60 if you're lucky, 30. So there's no point. And on top of that, there's games that I don't even, honestly, I'm not really big hyped about the old games. Well, I guess the Hellbound game is actually pretty good. I'm actually playing that game, it's pretty good. The Hell Driver, that game is really good. It's really, really good. So I guess that's one of your ports that came over. I downloaded and bought that for $5 yesterday. Yeah, this is no points. But see, Nintendo, if I want to go play their games, man, I gotta go buy their system because they don't have anything over here. So after its exclusives ain't easy to get. Nope, gotta go buy their stuff. They made it impossible to get this stuff. Let me get this nice and heavy here. Get that here nice and heavy. That's crazy. Yeah, they're about to dump their system. I don't know why they would even try to go down that road. That's just madness. They try to collect. That's the reason they wouldn't have to collect it. They have exclusives, because that's what keeps everybody to the system is those exclusive games. That doesn't even sound right. Exclusive games have been a part of consoles from day one. Yep. And I gotta get this done. Hammer block. Hammer block. Yeah, rising block, inside block, outboard block. I'd say out of all the blocks, inside block is the best. It is the best block. And there's so many variations with an inside block. I use these outside block for me. They're a rising block. But that inside rising block, the inside block, that's nice. If you know how to use it right, you know how to use it right. You fight open hand and then closed hand when you come in. And now to tighten your circle. I got one move I like to use, which I don't use it because again, shouldn't. But anyway, yeah, you throw a punch, dislocate your shoulder and break your neck at the same time, and blow your kneecap out, all in one hit. Which you're not supposed to. I'm not supposed to. I learned that when my my sensei was drunk. He taught me how to do it. Yep, easy, one hit. Easy one hit. Open hand. You use knife hands or open hands to do it. And you have that inside block and catch them. Bring your hand around, catch and pull at the same time. Oh, it's such a beautiful execution move. Man, they never see it coming. They never do. They never see it coming. I should demonstrate one day and show you. It's beautiful. It's an actual beautiful move. They never see it coming. Too late. Your neck will snap just like that. So where you gotta strike them. That hand just like this, you got it right down your arm. And you come and hit the neck. Bam! At the same time, when you pull the hand out, same time you strike their neck. So all one hit at the same time. Yep. Take them out quick. But, yeah. It's a beautiful move, man. And you can feel that power push in your chest when you bring it out, your body pulls out. Yeah. Definitely do it right, you hear the neck snap. Yep. Dislocate the shoulder at the same time. And if your foot's in the right place, which it should be, you can bring it right down their kneecap and pull at the same time. Drop down low. So basically you're pulling their arm out. You bring your arm, your other hand guides down the side of your arm as you pull out, and you cross and you hit the neck at the same time. But you bring your foot down at the same time. You catch them in the kneecap and you push off, snap their kneecap out. All in one hit. They ain't getting up after that. No, siree. That's why I like using the inside block. The inside block you use open hands, knife hands. I never use open hands when I'm fighting. I'm sorry, closed hands when I'm fighting. It's always open hand because it's easier for me to grab you. Knife hand like this. Catch the wrist right here. You bring it around and you catch the wrist. At the same time, when you pull the wrist, you bring this hand down the guides the side of the wrist and with the hand and you strike them in the neck at the same time. One hit. Okay, worse than that. Flip you over my back and throw you through something, through a glass window. Done that too at the end of the day. Yep, these are all little cool moves. But thank God I've never had to use them. So that's good. I just know don't have to ever use them. God doesn't allow me to get in that situation. Just never use them. So dumb. Yeah. Now people sit there and they'll guard their chest. And I just take my foot up and kick you right into your bread basket. Hit you in your chest. Right in the solar plex of your chest with the ball of my heel. because they're not expecting you to kick them. Never expect you to kick them. Especially if you're walking away from it and you turn around, you jump kick and catch them in the chest, they don't see that coming either. They don't expect you to kick them. That's what it is. That's why I never use hands in a fight. I'll use my feet. They never expect it. They always expect you to basically use your hands. Shuffle kick. Ooh, man, that's a bad one. You hit one of those, you're going somewhere. Not the way you want, place you want to go, but you're definitely going someplace. And it depends on where they aim and direct you at. So if they're sizing you up and they're walking around, you're just setting you up. You'll go through a window, no time at all. Yeah. Whoop. Jump up on that top foot, cross over, bring it over, bam, push you right through a window. They're setting you up. Why should I go through a window? All right, kick you out in the middle of the street. Time it, kick you out in the middle of the street. Yeah, I learned all that from my sensei. And he was telling us this stuff basically. We're not supposed to learn this stuff yet. Because at the time, I was a white belt learning this stuff. He's teaching us all kinds of stuff. Let me teach you how to kick someone, shuffle kick, jump, and shuffle kick somebody out in the street. And I was like, oh, shoot. Yeah, because he was teaching us all kinds of stuff. But technically, we weren't supposed to learn any of that stuff at all. And we weren't ranked enough to learn it. But he was teaching anyway. He's a real nice person. Yep. A hop kick. I strike somebody right up under the ribs. I snap the ribs. Side step. Come around, striking your back. Kneecaps, toes, all that stuff, all breakable. You want to knuckle out like this? Take your knuckle out like this. Leave it out just a little bit right here. Touch yourself on the top of your temple. See how that feels. Hit yourself in your ribs with it. See how that feels. Feel that pain? That's what happens when you get somebody has a knuckle out and they strike you like that and break your ribs. Just one little knuckle out of place causes that much damage. Human body is an interesting thing. It really is. It's really interesting. But yeah, they just go knuckle out. Yep. You get somebody in the top of their temple, boom, up in their neck, throat, all that stuff. Yeah. Don't do that because I'll get you in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. But anyway, yeah. Ooh, this is coming out really nice. Very nice. I'm not going to say, oh, you think you're a bet? No, I don't. I'm an everyday Joe, just like everybody else. I'm just trained, that's all. I treat everybody with the same respect. I don't walk around like I'm big and bad as any other. I don't. I give everybody that respect. Everybody deserves it. About that kind of life, for being that type of person. I got into it because I got hurt in an accident and I needed a better way. I wanted to walk again. They're putting on all these medications. Tell me, Miss Ferry, I take these medications. This will help you, and that's going to help you. And that was making me help. It's making me sick. All that medication is making me sick, and I got to figure there's got to be a better way than this mess. They want to put me on block shots next. You don't want to be on those things. Those things can paralyze you. So, you know, I thought martial arts would be the best way to go because it's meditation, exercising, stretching, all that stuff. This would help me be able to be to walk again. Mind you, I live in the hood. I'm walking with a cane. I'm young. You know what I mean? I'm an easy target for somebody to take out. So, yeah. Didn't feel safe. And met this guy, and I met him years back, but I didn't realize who he was trained like that. And, yeah, this guy was no joke. But, you know, got to learn to respect other people at the end of the day because you never know what you're going to bump into. Treat everybody with respect. Ah, we missed the spot. All this pain, we missed the spot. There was a guy who used to go over. I see him from time to time when I was walking back and forth to go to my sensei's for training. And this guy was out there crushing cans like a bum to me. That's what he looked like, but he wasn't. He was actually a black belt in American sports karate. And he was very good. And still good. Because you don't forget it. You don't forget it. Now just imagine if I decided to get nasty with that guy at the end of the day. He'd have beat the living crap out of me. Yep. But he knew my sensei because every time we'd walk into the hood, you know, go to different areas and different neighborhoods, and sometimes he liked to walk a lot. So we go out and we take a walk. Hey, you want to go take a walk? I'm like, sure. We're going to take a walk. And he was like, hey, talk to the guy and be laughing, joking, like, you know what he does, right? I said, no. He said, black belt in American karate. I was like, what? Because I've seen this guy before. I was like, really? He said, yeah, you'd be surprised. He said, look, a lot of people, sometimes they fall off the wagon, you know, they get on drugs and stuff like that. And they used to fight. They'd be in the martial arts and the boxers and all that stuff, but they never forget that. It's still with them. They're just in a bad situation in their life right now. But they still are what they are. So, you know, careful how you treat people because you never know what you're going to walk into. Oh, this came out real nice. I got it all covered, all nicey in here. I figured out what I'm going to do with this too. I'm going to do a flame design on this. A crazy flame design that glows in the dark. I like flames. A little flame design, everything that glows in the dark. That'd be cool. For a Gundam. Now the commander will come back and say, how far did you get in the process of building the Gundam station? We are now at 50% completed. 50% completed. That is fantastic. I am the Arc Commander. I am building the ultimate Gundam PC. Yes. And I still haven't got a chance to build my flowers out of cardboard yet. I'm so busy. I sat there and said, poor people, poor people. What the freak you talking about when you poor people build cardboard PCs? See, that's not like a freaking console gamer to me at the end of the day. I'm sorry, but it does. Because everybody knows that if you build on PC, especially if you're doing your own system setups, that eventually you're going to be finding weird stuff to build cases into. Strange PC cases. People find the most weirdest stuff to put a PC into. PC mod cases. Somebody literally put a PC in the door handle. Right there. There's a PC in there. So when you sit there and say, oh, you know, people do cardboards because they're but please. I was using Tupperware at one point to build liquid vegetable oil PCs. I'm about to build me another one from vegetable oil. Crazy builds. This stuff is insane how people put stuff together. Because they just figure, you know what? I don't even need the case anymore. I am so sick and tired of cases. They actually grow beyond the case. So now they're just doing pyramids, all kinds of stuff, building stuff out of plexiglass. You know, got an old PC and retroed it out. Yeah, so this is what I love about my. Oh, somebody did do the. Is that the Pac-Man? What did you do here? Oh, what the freak? That's beast. That is beast. Gee, that's beast. That's beast. So that's what I'm talking about. So yeah, people been doing crazy builds forever, man. Cardboard PC cases. Because they're poor. Because they decided they want to do something different. Everybody thought about putting their cardboard PCs in cardboard. And cases get expensive. There's us right there. Cases get expensive. Look, they did it themselves. And this guy is not poor in any way whatsoever. He makes some insane expensive builds. And he did one. Cardboard do-it-yourself PC challenge. So no, it's not because they're poor. It's because it's a challenge to see if we can take a PC and make it out of a cardboard box. No, bored of what that is today, how much some cases can run you? PC cases can run you $5 grand. You spend $5,000 for a PC case.
Okay, Meta, which of these shots should I take?
Try to hit the yellow ball. Happy birthday, Marty. Oh, no, you don't. Let me get this.
Oh, thanks.
That's dirty. That's dirty.
10% Wells Fargo
Yeah,
Active Cash credit card.
that's dirty.
You know what the problem is with computer cases? They're just too expensive.
Yeah.
Even the cheapest ones, they're like $50. You can spend that $50 on games for gaming. So today, we're going to show you guys, courtesy of our sponsor, Seasonic, how you can make your own case out of cardboard. And there's a competition. He's going to show you the worst way, and I'm going to show you the better way. Oh man, what could go wrong? I mean, we put lines where we didn't. Total comes to 14. It'll do it if you pinch it off.
I would love to see everything flush with the side where it's kind of like on the inside. So there's a lot of extra space that could be filled, but with it being placed more on the inside, I feel like all of
God damn it.
So that's what he built. That's his cardboard PC right there he built. Nice. It's real nice. It's real nice. But these are our PC builds that we put together. Ours are a little bit more advanced. Yeah, and we actually have one that actually looks like a store, which I'm actually going to be bringing that down tomorrow to start working on that one next. So yeah, ours are a little bit more advanced than that. It's a nice build. I'm not knocking it. Pretty cool. But again, our advanced builds are a little bit more complicated. I'm actually putting one over there into a giant screen that's made out of cardboard. So yeah. Soon, my baby. Soon. Your motherboard will be alive. Alive! But until then, hey, weren't you supposed to take apart the... Yeah, I forgot. I got to repaint that too. The power supply, I'm going to repaint that. So like I said, nice build at the end of the day. Nice, definitely. But again, ours are much different, much more complicated. Can't wait to finish this. It's a fan system we have coming on here. It's just insane. Yep, these are our babies. But they built traditional. They built the traditional one out of boxes, which is pretty cool. But like I said, ours is a little bit different than theirs. And my baby is fully ready to dry and harden, which this is pretty cool. Oh, man. Yeah, our builds are a little different. This right here, it's going to turn into an arcade store billboard. The roof rise up a little bit. Nice little tile design. Motherboard screws. I got to put together my arcade machines, which is a mess in there. Little monster display out in the back with a loop light. We're going to actually run a light through here to give it a little loop effect. In the background, we have a nice little alleyway, a little cat back there that belongs to the showroom owner. So yeah, and we're going to have lights here too on top of that to light down. So that's one of them, my babies. Over that. This system, I decided to salvage it, and we're going to turn this into a freezer box, complete with the AC and fan, everything installed. This is the old system, but I'm not going to get rid of that because I had too much work into this. Whoopsie, stay there, right there. Got a nice little port in the back. Going to turn this to a little refrigeration unit. This is going to take a little nano board, maybe a nano board in there. Complete that unit right there. That's for this job right here. And there's a built-in PC we're going to put in there, made out of cardboard. And we're done. And then we have our system right here, which is designed to be our system we're designing for our nuclear jungle, which now I'm going to be building all the plants completely out of cardboard. I thought that'd be a better challenge for me. Make all the plants, everything, all out of cardboard. This will hold power supply, water cooling system, motherboard. Oops. Like I said, nice build, but when people sit there and say that, oh, you know, people that this guy makes a ton of money, and people that are poor make those boxes, no. The next stage in building the ultimate PC is to be able to go outside. You've done everything from customized painting your motherboard to modifying this and modifying that. At the end of the day, the next stage is to be able to go outside the box and design your own cases. And you can do it out of wood, but cardboard is the most cheapest thing to use and easy to manipulate. So it's the best thing to work with. It really is. But you have to know how to construct it right. Because if you don't, well, it's going to fall apart. I would say this is, right now, my favorite. We even got a little tab here. Pull this back out, put it back in. That's why you put the tab in there. Soon the fans will be going in, this will be ready to go. Alright people, hope you enjoyed. I gotta go, gotta clean up in here, this mess. And get ready to start ordering my fans and everything. I need to get this thing started. Little Gundam set up in here. Get this done, but this is already cleaning, finished. We got a Lazy Susan coming in so I can spin this thing around. That other one we have in there with the flowers and stuff, we're gonna do all the flowers, everything out of cardboard. The entire thing. All the plant life, all in cardboard, everything. I thought that'd be a better challenge to just do the whole thing in cardboard. Alright, gotta go. Thank you all and God bless.